Our big story tonight on Fox 6 News at 5, the campaign countdown. It has only happened twice before in the entire country's history. In a matter of hours, Wisconsin will become the third state to hold a gubernatorial recall election.
Today, candidates campaigned across the dairy state, making the final arguments to voters. Fox 6's Mike Lowe has more in tonight's political lowdown.
Good evening, Mary and Ted. Voters will take the first crucial step in the primary process tomorrow. Democrats are picking a candidate to take on Governor Scott Walker in the recall.
I have a fondness for Kenosha.
Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett campaigned with the lunch crowd in Kenosha.
We shake your hand. Tom Barrett, nice to see you.
Meantime, his closest Democratic competitor campaigned on his turf.
I'm from Milwaukee, and there's a lot of people in Milwaukee who are eager to get our state back on track.
Former Dane County Executive Kathleen Falk stumped with students at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
They are reeling under the cuts in education. And they are suffering under the increase in tuition.
Candidates are making their closing arguments to voters. Barrett says the Democratic campaign has largely been positive, but all that will change with the general election, where he says Republicans will outspend the Democratic nominee.
People watching your stations will see 25 negative commercials about me for every one that I can run. And so if this is about outside money, then I won't win. But I think at the end of the day, I think that money might come back to haunt him.
At campaign stops, voters reacted to Barrett's message that he would heal the political divide.
There's nothing really getting done because he said there obviously is a civil war going on with the Republicans and the Democrats.
I think it's just spin. It's real easy to start a fight and then announce we need to end this by having you surrender. And that's what I'm seeing, a bunch of crybabies that couldn't wait for the regular election.
And Scott Walker spent part of the day on official business, announcing new jobs in a cheese factory outside Madison. He faces a primary challenge on Tuesday from 23-year-old Arthur Cole Riggs.
I'm a Lincoln La Follette Republican.
But Walker is already setting his sights on the general election just 4 weeks from Tuesday.
If voters look at the contrast, do we want to go forward or backwards? We've laid out a very positive foundation to move our state forward, to build off of that foundation, to put more people to work, to improve our quality of life here in the state of Wisconsin.
Now, there are other Democratic candidates vying for the nomination. State Senator Kathleen Vinehout was attending Get Out the Vote events in the western part of the state today, and Doug La Follette, the Secretary of State, was working in Madison in his official capacity today. Now, last week's Marquette University Law School poll shows Tom Barrett with a commanding lead over his rivals, but as of last week, 19% of Democratic voters were still undecided. Back to you.
Mike, it sounds like Barrett not begrudging those with the money. He said, in fact, the money may come back to haunt. What do you think he meant by that?
Well, he's saying that he believes that what is widely acknowledged to be a huge advantage for Governor Scott Walker, the $25 million he's been able to raise, may end up coming back to haunt Governor Walker, because if the word gets out that that money is coming from out of state, it will essentially undercut his message. So that's what Tom Barrett was essentially trying to say today.
All right, Mike, thank you. Well, with an unprecedented election comes some confusion.
People wondering where to vote and when. Shrita Ers joins us live in Brown Deer, where poll workers are breaking